Welcome to the show, Sve Stranci.
Svanci.
Sve Stranci.
Swestanci.
Something like that. Something like that. That was good. That was good. That was close.
Don't be sad and it's beautiful outside. The summertime heat my flame dots to get a back, nigga, she's raindrop. Tell them that I'm never coming down. I'm far up here if you wanna hear my songs. We gonna travel around the world, my footsteps gonna stomp boots around here to Tibet. I ain't never gonna lose and never gonna find me. If you gonna come back, dude, you gotta grind me hard. And I ain't never gonna say we doing this. If I gotta pray to God, they gonna lose and see I'm the
My name is Rob Labas, and I'm from Saskatoon, Saskatchewan, Canada, and I work in film. And it's awesome.
It's awesome.
Sometimes, yeah. It's great. No, I love it. I love it. We film, produce, and work in television. Yeah.
My name's Džordi Trifa. I'm from Canada, and I'm a film producer and director.
Tell me something more about your beginnings of video production.
Yeah,
and
no, in the beginning, what happened was we were growing up making music through other guys. Other guys were making music, and we were producing and making rap records. And what happened was actually we noticed that Džordi was starting to film a little bit more, and other rappers, other producers wanted videos. So Džordi went out and got a camera one day, and we started making music videos, our own music videos and other people's music videos. And it kind of escalated to that. It got into this place where we were like, okay, film has, a little bit more opportunity, especially in Canada. We're good at it, we like it, and we thought, let's do this, let's get into film. And so that was years back. And so then we slowly got away from music, not completely, but enough to say, yeah, we'll do film. And that's where we went.
What were your reasons for coming to Serbia?
We actually came to Serbia to shoot a film. So we had written this short film. It's a comedy. It's about these two guys from America who are kind of stupid and come over trying to make a movie about his father who had escaped from Romania into Yugoslavia back in the 70s.
Džordi decided to make a film about his uncle escaping Romania, which had a lot of ties in Serbia. And originally he thought he was going to make a documentary, but it would have been really difficult. And then, we went through some ideas, and an idea came up with help from a friend, and said we should make this mockumentary, we should make this comedy film. So Džordi wrote the base script, and then we started going into the additions of, we would write our lines and our dialogue, and he would always cut all of my dialogue out for him because he didn't like it, he didn't think it was funny, but it was funny. It was really funny. But yeah, then it developed into this story. It developed into Džordi's idea of his family heritage, and I think it worked out really good. It was really interesting. So,
what was your inspiration? Tell me something about that.
For me, what really inspired me to come down here was these Balkan stories. For them, they're really important to me. My family roots and my history are in this area, and my father has always had this wealth of stories he's always told me. So to come down here, this was kind of a way to tell one of his stories in kind of like a wacky way.
Can you tell me something more about your projects that you worked before? What are your favorite one?
You know what? I liked shooting music videos. I did, especially the music that I liked. I thought that was the funnest things. But then we started doing a lot of stuff with dialogue and acting, and I thought, this is awesome. So we started doing more and more of that, and we thought, you know what? Let's start doing these shorts. Let's start doing films. Let's start doing more work, and that's my favorite. I think acting and working with actors, meeting new people, and all of that is the best for sure. So.
What did you know about Serbia and about this region earlier?
Mainly what I'd known about Serbia was just historically, how it was under communism for a while, and then, that changed, and then in the 90s, Yugoslavia kind of broke apart, and then heard a lot of the stories of kind of the war, but really from a Western media perspective.
I would like to ask you something more about your connection with Serbia. You have great, and I can say maybe one of the best connection with Serbia. So tell me something more about your brother and Jelena.
It's
his
Diana.
wife?
His wife is Diana. Her sister is Jelena.
I think your sister is Jelena. Okay.
So what happened was I had no idea about Serbia before. Like I couldn't even throw a dart at a map and hit Serbia. That's a bad joke, but but the only thing that I first found out was years back. I don't know. I can't even tell you how many years back. I went down to Vancouver to visit my brother in Canada, and he's like, I met this Serbian girl, and I was like, oh, that's cool. What's she like? Bombshell, just gorgeous. And I'm like, can I meet her friends? All of them are bombshells, just gorgeous women. So I'm like, word, I like Serbia. I like Serbia. They're all from Serbia. They escaped back in I don't know the years or 90s or whatever, but they started telling me about their culture. I started listening to what they have to do and where they came from and everything. And so that was my connection. Now I feel like I'm full-blown Serbian, but I can't speak the language. So I'm halfway there. I almost have my passport.
Would you like to tell me a story about your father's connection with Serbia?
Yeah, absolutely. So my father escaped from Romania in the late 70s, and at that time Ceausescu, was the leader of the country, and he actually escaped through Jimbolia, or the border is there, into Serbia, or what was then Yugoslavia. After that, he spent about a year and a half in Belgrade waiting to find refugee status in another country, and eventually he got refugee status in Australia. So my father, this was his path, to leaving Romania.
This is your first time in Serbia, right?
First time.
So tell me something more about your impressions. What you saw first? What do you like the most here?
Again, the expectations were completely different. They were told us, or they were telling us back in the West, how the countries are, and it's not even close to what we saw and what we experienced. The people here are just unreal nice. Like they're so good. Canada is just a bunch of jerks. But here, everyone's so nice. Modern. We were expecting like it to be completely urban, the urban areas and everything like that. Not the architecture, but the again, the things like even the modern technology, iPhones and everything. Like you guys have it all. They told us, no, this is KGB land. They don't got anything. So I was surprised. But again, I knew that from my brother's family. They said, no, it's very modern. Everything's super chill here. So I felt at home when I got here.
My first impressions were actually right before I came to Serbia. When we went to produce this film, I was a little bit surprised at all the facilities and equipment and skilled personnel that were available, and people that actually knew what they were doing, and that had every technology wise, what we had in Canada, everything was available here in Serbia, and so it's actually been a really phenomenal experience being out here and shooting a film out here.
Tell me something about your work here, about making your movies, about contacts with people, something like that.
Yeah, we were really fortunate the way that things worked out, and it seemed like once we kind of connected in with some people who were working in TV, here in Serbia, the floodgates kind of opened, and it just allowed us to access people and places and locations and gear and everything that we needed to come down here and make this film. And so it's been such a positive experience. We can't wait to shoot more films down here.
And what kind of dangerous stories did you heard in Canada about Serbia?
One, the gypsies. They'll rob you. Two, the other gypsies that'll rob you. The pickpockets. Always pickpockets. They always said keep your wallets close to you because you'll get picked. No, we have way more crime in Canada than you guys do here. People are waving, they're laughing, they're smiling. You can't roll down Canadian streets like that.
Yeah. Can you explain me why people from Canada think about Serbia? Is that because of media or something else?
Yeah, for sure. I think the last time that Canadians remember Serbia in hearing about it was really the conflict that was happening here. and with, you know, what is, to be honest, a fairly biased view on exactly how things kind of happen, right? So for people, they just watch the media, and the last thing that you heard about Serbia was happening in the 90s, and then nobody's really heard anything about it since. And, you know, except for maybe Novak Djokovic, yeah, and then that's it. People don't really know. So, you know, people haven't really, you know, people don't visit Eastern Europe, really. I mean, people go to France or they go to Germany on holidays, you know, but a lot of people don't come further east. So a lot of these countries that, you know, were under communism, you know, and have had these kind of really dynamic histories over the last 50 years, people aren't visiting and people aren't going to, you know, but, you know, I hope with the films that, you know, we're making and telling these stories out here, we start to change that a little bit.
You're a very interesting man. You were in the world of music, now you're in filming. Tell me something about that story of your life.
Yeah, you know, I had gotten into music, really like making hip-hop music actually for over a decade. I released 4 albums and an EP. And, you know, I started writing songs probably when I was maybe 10 or 11 years old. I used to take old, like, rock albums, you know, like No Doubt and like people like this, and I would take the melodies and I would write my own words into them. So that's how I learned how to write songs. And then, you know, once I was 14, I started, like, trying to learn how to record music and do that. And eventually, you know, I started releasing records and putting out music videos and doing all this kind of stuff. And the last record I released was in 2010, and for me that was kind of a transitional period in my life, and I decided to start, you know, really pursuing a career in film and television, you know, particularly producing and writing and directing and producing, and yeah, and then the last, you know, 6 years, going on 7 years now, have been a wild adventure. I've been able to shoot and work on films all over the world, and it's just been amazing. Especially because I get to come here and meet people like you.
We grew up a lot in Saskatoon, and I can't say this for everybody, but my friends and group grew up with rap, a lot of hip hop, a lot of punk rock, a lot of stuff, and we slowly developed over the years to like everything. And I feel like that was one thing that a lot of the good musicians from Saskatoon really evoked in their own music. And so there's lots of styles. There's tons. Whether it's jazz, whether it's I'm a sucker for pop music and like the sound of music and things like that. So I really like melodies, and but I also like hard stuff, hard rap with Wu-Tang and stuff like that. So if you have Sound of Music with Wu-Tang, that's my jam.
Who had the biggest influence on that? What you will do now?
What we will do now? You know what? Probably what we constantly gather. Whether Džordi wants to shoot what he likes and what I want to do what I like, especially in music and in everything. I think we just gather whatever we bring in and inspiration. We get inspired and we try and do it. For like a big artist that might inspire me personally, has always been Quentin Tarantino in film, and now there's a Chance the Rapper in Chicago. That's Kanye West, and those guys. I'm so happy. I'm so happy they're making music.
Can you describe your Serbian crew and what you think about them?
Yeah, absolutely. So, you know, we had a Serbian producer, a Serbian sound guy, Serbian cameraman, and a whole bunch of Serbian actors, and you know what, they were absolutely phenomenal, and you know, we had so much fun. Not only were they extremely professional and great at what they did, but we just you know, like I said, it was like a family, you know, and everybody was, you know, it was absolutely hilarious working on you know, on this film with everybody. And we're shooting a comedy, so hopefully it was funny kind of being around, but yeah, everybody has been so great.
How do you step in contact with them? How do you do that?
That's a very strange one. So actually, it kind of happened through my music. You know, I planned to try to do you know, do this film in Serbia and Romania, you know, for the last 6 or 7 months. And, you know, being from Romania, I still have family there, so I had some contacts there. But Serbia was a place that I didn't know exactly how things were going to work out. So the strangest part about it is that it actually happened on Facebook. And this woman who's actually acting in the film, she had heard my music and, like, contacted me out of the blue and was like, hey, like, you know, just want to tell you, you know, your music's great, and you know, and added me on Facebook, and so I look on Facebook and I see that she's from Belgrade, and I'm like, well, this is strange, you know, because this is I'm trying to go to Belgrade to kind of shoot this film. So I hit her up and I'm like, you know, this sounds really crazy, but I'm actually planning on being there in like 3 months. Like, maybe you'd be, you know, interested in trying to help me out. And she's like, yeah, sure, you know. So that's actually how that kind of started and that connection started. So sometimes the universe works in very, very strange ways. And then, you know, and it just happened to be that one of her best friends works in television, you know, and here in Novi Sad. And the rest is history.
Great story. Yeah. Great story.
What is your favorite music that you have? Maybe some video that you make for two of you?
You know what? The favorite one, I still like the Love Pirates that Džordi did. There was a couple of videos that we did out in Oakland, and I like those. Some people didn't, but I like them, and they're really different. But we filmed them very nice. They looked amazing to me when I saw it.
We don't beat it like a bass drum, bass drum. We don't beat it like a bass drum, bass drum. We gon' beat it like a bass drum, bass drum. We gon' beat it like a bass drum, bass drum.
Can you compare some part of city here in Novi Sad with your city there in Canada?
The river. That's it. That's it.
Tell me something more about history of that river.
Saskatchewan River. We swim in the river, and we boat around in the river, and we have a place called Bear Butt Beach, and they go and they strip there, and it's like a nudist colony. But it's always only me. I'm the only guy there, and I'm just naked. But it's nice. It's you can swim in the river, you can fish. There's lots of outdoor activities that the people do in that area. So
tell me something about your hometown.
My hometown is actually a lot like Novi Sad. You know, it's kind of surrounded by farmland. It's about the same size. It has like a really strong arts and culture scene. You know, and it's called Saskatoon.
But you should visit there. What is your favorite place?
My favorite place in Saskatoon? You know, probably the riverbank. We have a river, a beautiful river that runs through the middle of the city, and that's where. Yeah, absolutely, just like the Danube, and so you know people go and they run and bike, and you know, and there's festivals that happen, you know, every summer. Yeah, it's good.
Tell me something more about Canadian streets and about your city, about your neighborhood. You told that your city is similar size like Novi Sad.
Very, very much like Novi Sad. Very much like Novi Sad. The people are great there. They are. Everyone's nice. We just have a little bit more crime and stuff like that, but it's not bad. I can go anywhere in my city. We can do anything. I think the communication is the big thing. As long as you can talk to somebody, especially if they understand. I might be depicting Canada as a little bit dangerous and stuff. It's not. It's like anywhere you go, you're always going to have rough neighborhoods. You're always going to have places that you might not want to go to after dark. But we feel safe. That's our home. It's beautiful there. It's absolutely beautiful.
What are your favorite places there?
The basketball courts. Yeah, we haven't played in a lot of years because everyone got busy, but we love going out and playing in the parks and skateboarding. We love skateboarding around the city. Our downtown's really nice, but it's small. It's not as big. Novi Sad seems like it's a bigger downtown, more buildings and around, more area. So I like that. I like that feel. But our suburbs are really nice too. They're spread out. They got room. You can go for a drive in 2:30 at night and not see a person. So it's really peaceful like that.
And about language, do you have a problem with that? Did you learn any Serbian language?
Yeah, I've got a few words, you know, but you know, I think I've got a long way to go still for my Serbian.
For example,
dobar dan, dobro jutro, dobro veče. You know, I know, you know, maybe a few bad words that have been taught to me as well. Yeah.
I don't know any, because I can't say the way that you guys roll R's or do the sounds. I'm Canadian and I can't even speak that properly. It's like, listen to me right now. That's not proper English. Don't have me teach somebody English. So,
But can you let me teach you some Serbian?
sure, let's do it. Let's do it.
Yeah, let's do it right now. So, what are you looking for? What you would like to know to say to your friends or to some beautiful girls in
Some
Serbia?
beautiful girl?
Yeah, what you would like to say to them?
I like your hair.
Sviđa mi se
Sviđa mi se
tvoja kosa.
Boya Kosa. I don't know why I put a B in there. There was no B. There wasn't even a B. That was completely made up.
Tvoja kosa.
Tvoja Kosa.
That was good. That was
close.
good. Yeah,
All right,
yeah.
all right.
And you just after that you just need to do it like this.
Does that finish sentence? Is that end scene? You just go like this?
Just touch it.
Yeah. Tvoja Kosa. And then, I don't mind that, yeah. You have nice eyes.
Imaš lepe oči.
No way. No.
Imaš
Imaš
lepe
lepe
oči.
oči.
That's
Ima
good.
eše oči.
Something like that. That was good. That was good.
What would you like to bring back home from Serbia?
Except movie.
Well, to be honest, I think for me it'll be a lot of telling people about Serbia in like a really positive way. I think when we were leaving, a lot of people would be like, "Oh, you're going to Serbia," and you're like, "Yeah, no, we're going to Serbia." And for me, because I have history, I have like ancestral roots in the Balkans. For me, it's like the Balkans are one of the most interesting and dynamic places in the world to go. So I'm like, of course I'm going to Serbia. But just for people in general, I think it's such an amazing place to visit with a rich history and amazing people, and it's just been so positive.
I used to tell you we'd all be okay, and now the doctor's not saying the same. I bring flowers, but I heard they were picked in the land by the hands that feel the same pain. I used to tell you we'd all be okay, now the feeling's kinda starting to fade. I feel like we've been running on for days, we're running on for days with no shade.
How do you have plan to represent this movie? You will go on some kind of festival. You told me something about that.
We'll try and get the film in a lot of festivals and things like that, and showcase what we did, especially showcase in Canada, but also over here in Europe, as long as they'll have us, right? We'll submit them and try and get them in as many places so people can see, and especially see other countries that can do work, especially like Serbia and Romania. Like the backdrops were just amazing, and in the West we don't really get to see that a whole lot because for some reason they don't depict that over here. But we want to submit it to film festivals and continue to grow, keep making movies, keep coming over here, keep doing things like that. We had such a good experience that there's no way that we can't come back. We have to come back to shoot, and work with these incredible people. They've just been awesome.
Are you going to call us sometimes to walk with you guys on the red carpet, maybe?
I don't know. Do you guys have a red carpet?
Yeah, we can make a red carpet, and we can bring you some whiskey, maybe and some whiskey and champagne for
Rakia.
or
When I'm over in Europe,
for salute,
Yeah, 100%. No, you guys are all invited. I might not show up because I'll be so rakia'd out that. But no, it's gonna be good. I can't wait. I can't wait to see what the reaction is from the film.
What are your plans? What is next, and what we can expect from this movie?
Well, once the film's finished, we're going to be putting it out to film festivals all over the world, and we'll see how it goes from there. In terms of other projects coming up, we've got a television show that we're in the midst of producing that it explores countries through music and sound, and it's like a travel reality show. So maybe we'll do an episode in Serbia for that. And then we've got a lot of other films that are kind of on the docket. But after our experience shooting here, I'm very positive that we'll be coming back to shoot more films in this area.
We have a few shorts for film and stuff like that we're going to be doing. We want to incorporate again the Eastern Europe, especially to try and do more things. I'm always working on shorts. Džordi's always working on shorts. We're always doing something. We have a television series in our home country that we're hoping to develop and go from there and just keep working, just keep filming.
What are your plans about coming back to Serbia? Will you have a chance to see you again here?
Yeah, absolutely. We're definitely going to be back and working on stuff. I'm actually looking at buying a condo in Timișoara, so I'm not going to be too far away. 100%. I mean, now we've got so many people here that we love to be around and hang out with, and so yeah, I'm definitely going to be back.
What will be the main reason for you to come back here in Serbia? Why is Serbia special and different than all other countries that you visited? What will be the main reason for that?
Now I want people to see it. I want people to not be so and tell people my experiences, and I want to bring friends and people like, oh, we're gonna go travel, we're gonna see Romania, Serbia. I want to see Croatia. I want to see all those places. It's just been so gorgeous and unreal that I feel like we need to start getting there. We need to start coming over here. So maybe a vacation, maybe like 3 weeks of just chilling in Belgrade and Novi Sad, and come over here and relax and run amok, just go crazy, drink rakia, and do all the good stuff. Yeah, see the sights. So I want to bring people. I want to now, and especially I'm missing my brother and his wife. They're coming over here in a couple weeks, and I wish I could have stayed with them and also experienced it with them as well. But everybody's been so.
We'll be with them there, and they will be cared out.
Yeah.
We will take care about.
You guys will take it. Good. Yeah.
Would you like to say something to them?
Yeah, everybody stay back in Canada. Serbia's mine now. I want to come to Serbia by myself.
All behind me, life ain't nothing harder than this. Life could get harder than this. But you really want what you got, man. I can say that I can do this for more than a front man. Couple of the hours. Pink Floyd 70s here, like the shower coming down, and I'm feeling the hard man. I'm feeling the ancestors around. Hey.